What's up, FPVosaurus Rex here, and it's another beautiful day at Lake of the Ozarks. Check it out. There's like barely any wind. The sun's out. It looks wonderful. Okay, so today what I'm doing is I'm doing 4 batteries of my Flywoo Flylens 85. I've taken this out on a couple flights before, and just to test it out, and that's it. I have 750 milliamp batteries. I have my Boxer, and I have my DJI Goggles 3. This has a DJI O4 Air Unit Pro in it with ELRS receiver. And with no further ado, let's just get it started. Wow, look at that view from the table, huh? Looks like I'm on the ocean. All right, Flylens 85, let's go. One thing I did notice about this drone is it feels very robotic. I don't know how to say it. Very controlled and very smooth. But I don't think this is something that I would freestyle with. I think it's something that I would do more cinematic or come up with a different type of freestyle. Like, one thing I want to do is come up with the style of kind of like drifting through the trees with a tiny whoop or something. And I think the best one is probably this one because it has the best camera. And it would be like a cinematic type of very slow. Let me see if I could even. It's something that I'd like to do with my Avata with the motion controller, because you can just like ride a branch and look straight down, you know. See, like views like this. I guess it would be proximity FPV, I don't know. But basically stuff like that. Flying very close to trees, wide trees, because that's all we have out here. We don't really have much else. And I would have to figure it out. I'd have to get the feeling of this right. That was close. Okay. Let's see. See if I can slow down and get like a nice close. See how slow I can go. That's the thing when you're in manual mode. How slow can you go? There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Something like this. But, you know, not next to the power lines. Yikes. Now we got some wind. See that? Like that. That would be cool for cinematic shots. Kind of like a yaw turn, and you just... Whoa, I know there's trees right behind me. Let's see. Climb up the tree, you know, maybe something like that. Yaw down. Some type of cinematic stuff like that. That's some kind of style I want to develop, because it's all trees out here. If I can do trees, then I can do everything out here. Yeah, this would be something I'd have to practice a lot. This is weird to do because I'm used to just a totally different drone. I think this has dual blade props, so it's very slippery, slidey. Let's see, I'm at 3.5 minutes fly time, which is cool. This thing has, you can go pretty long. There we go. See, something like this, and then yaw into here, you know, and then kind of like come out. Something like that, like a cool, it would look really good during fall. Well, it would look good, you know, if there were leaves on the tree, period. Fall, summer, spring flowers, whatever. Okay, that's it. Oh yeah, this drone has the worst like setup for landings. Let me try and just get like such a smooth, super smooth landing. This thing feels like a pendulum that swings back and forth. There we go. Armed. Here we go. Woo, here comes the wind. Let's see how this changes the equation. You know, one thing about here, Lake of the Ozarks, that I've noticed about the wind is it can just get really windy all of a sudden, and then it's like very erratic. And also, it's hilly and there's coves everywhere. And like on the side of our hill, where we are, it could be extremely windy, but just down the road, like kind of like over the neighbor's house and over this, there's like a little hill back there by that pine tree. There's no wind at all when it's super windy over here. So it's kind of weird. So the one thing about flying drones with that is you can never predict the wind. It could be super, you know, something about the environment can be structurally blocking the wind from one direction, but you could have lots of other wind from another direction. It's really crazy. Yeah, see, let's try some proximity stuff. That was pretty good. Look at that. Not bad. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah, these yaw turns are different on this thing. Let's see. You got to pitch forward a lot more to turn than you do with like another drone. Let's go over here. Let's check the mail, folks. Let's check the mail. Ooh. Where's the mailboxes? Look at that cinematic shot right there, huh? Somebody just did a cinematic shot. This thing's still got plenty of voltage. Oh no, it's getting pretty low. Never mind. Alright, soft, smooth landing. That's the test with this drone, is the landing. Alright, look at that. Not bad, huh? Okay, here we are, taking off from the glass ocean again. And now we have no wind. Okay. You know what another thing I want to do with this drone is like exploration. So there's a lot of places around here that are just like abandoned, out of business, that don't look like they're coming back anytime soon. And it'd be cool to fly the drone around there and just, you know, just kind of check it out, do some exploring. And I think this is a good drone for that, because I'm not going to do anything wild tricks. It's just to look around. So let's see. Ooh, wow, that wind. Let's see, slow it down. Alright. It's not hard to do proximity stuff. And I feel like it's easier to kind of just hover with this drone than with like a tiny whoop. This feels like it's more stable and controlled. There we go. See, that was cool. Proximity gap through those branches that were all facing different directions. That looked cool. See, look. Boom, 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 boom. Come through here. Boom. Yeah, see, that's a cool line, I think. And that's what my intention with this would be too. And actually kind of do some like tree climbing. Let me see if I can do something like that here. I don't know. I have all these ideas of different styles I want to try. All right. You know, this is kind of weird to go up like that. Let's see. Yeah, see, look, that was a cool proximity thing. All right, now we're getting a lot of wind. Ooh. Let's fly. Whoop. See, if I wanted to fly underneath that bench, this is the drone I would choose to do it on. Because it seems like it's just, you could get that straight line, and that straight line can be held, you know, easily. Whereas some of my tiny whoops, I can get wild on them, but it's, you know, it's hard to just drive a nice, or fly a straight, smooth line. See, I'm still going a little too fast. No. See, I'm right on that balance point. Let's see. Can I get it? Oh, no way. No way. That was close, too. I almost crashed. That's cool, man. Sometimes you just gotta send it right. Okay, well, this battery's out. Ooh, wind gusts. Whoa! Okie dokie. Battery 4. Whoa. Alright, let's go out over the... Wait, this is not a full battery. What the heck? Oh well, forget it. Sometimes I mess up the batteries. I do that all the time. Wait, this is a full battery. Sometimes this thing, I can't tell. This Flywoo, I don't know about this battery indicator. I just don't know about it. Look at that beautiful water. Look at that beautiful blue reflection. See, if I wanted to do something totally risky and try to fly through here, I would use the fly lens. And it's not that expensive, which is cool. For an 04 Pro drone, it's not that expensive. What is this? We have fighter aircraft. Oh, look at that. What's that? Who can identify that aircraft? We have fighter aircraft that just fly right over this place. And this is a totally open FAA zone here. There's nowhere near here do you need to require authorization. There's an Air Force base near here. I can't tell what that was. If anyone knows that aircraft, let me know. I think I saw an A-10 the other day fly real low. Boom, 4 landings without a problem. Not bad. All right, not a bad day. We explored a new style. And we saw a fighter aircraft. I don't know what it is. Hopefully you guys in the comments will be able to tell me. It was hard to tell. I have bad eyesight, and sometimes it's hard to tell in the drone, you know? Okay. Anyway, it was a good day. You guys have fun.